Hello, hello, my YouTube friends. This is the ambassador coming to you again. Please subscribe, and I'd really appreciate you watching my videos. Please leave some comments, and we're going to get right into the subject. And the subject today is the letter from President Trump to Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi. So I'm going to be giving some highlights on it. I can't read the whole 6 pages, although I certainly would like to. And going to discuss bits and pieces of it. Okay, it starts out as Dear Madam Speaker, I write to express my strongest and most powerful protest against the partisan impeachment crusade being pursued by the Democrats in the House of Representatives. This impeachment represents an unprecedented and unconstitutional abuse of power by the Democrat lawmakers, unequaled in nearly 2.5 centuries of American legislative history. Yes, has not been done in about, 2 centuries? It's saying here he would be the third president to be impeached. So, I thought that started out pretty professional. Okay, it goes on to say the articles of impeachment introduced by the House Judiciary Committee are not recognizable under any standard of constitutional theory interpretation of jurisprudence. They include no crimes, no misdemeanors, and no offenses, whatever. So you have cheapened the importance of the very ugly word of impeachment. And what I think about that is for something like this, for a president to be impeached, I wholeheartedly disagree. There have been a lot of other things that people have done in the past that were way worse than what they say Donald Trump did. And I don't even believe that he committed any high crimes and misdemeanors. Um, he is the president of the United States, and if he feels that there's something uh, wrong going on with some certain country that we're giving money to, I see no reason why he cannot investigate it, regardless of who it is. But yeah, they twisted it all around. And the whole thing is, even if it was true, what the Democrats said, they are not mind readers. How do they know what was in his mind when he wanted an investigation done? As the Ukraine, I believe, is our allies. So I see nothing wrong with what he did and his motives. There's no proof of any ill-gotten motives by him, or else you're a mind reader. Okay, the articles of impeachment introduced by the House Judiciary Committee are not recognizable under any standard of constitutional theory, interpretation, or jurisprudence. They include no crimes, no misdemeanors, no offenses whatsoever. You have cheapened the importance of the um, very ugly word impeachment. By proceeding with your invalid impeachment, you are violating your oaths of office. You are breaking your allegiance to the Constitution, and you are declaring open war on American democracy. Oh, yes, people, they are saying that we are right now in a civil war. These are the beginning stages. Hopefully, it doesn't go any further. but these are the beginning stages of a civil war. Just depends on how far they're going to take it. Okay. Um, you dare to invoke the founding fathers in pursuit of this election nullification scheme, yet your spiteful actions display unfettered contempt for America's founding and fathers. You are offending Americans of faith by continually saying, I pray for the president. When you know this statement is not true, unless it is meant in a negative sense, it is a terrible thing you are doing, but you will have to live with it, not I. So, my take on it is this is not an abuse of power. Nothing was done. Nothing was actually done. Maybe a person might say something about their thoughts, but even the president of Ukraine, he didn't even know what they were talking about with this, what is it, pro quid, whatever. He didn't even understand what they were talking about. He said there was no pressure on him to do anything. And people speak words. Um, but this was just totally ridiculous, in my opinion. I am not Republican, as I said. I'm not Democrat. I am independent, but I am for right. Okay, your first claim, abuse of power, is a completely disingenuous, meritless, and baseless invention of your imagination. You know that I had a totally innocent conversation with the president of Ukraine. I then had a second conversation that has been misquoted and mischaracterized and fraudulently misrepresented. Fortunately, there was a transcript of the conversation taken, and you know from the transcript, which was immediately made available, that the paragraph in the question was perfect. I said to President Zelensky, I would like you to do us a favor. Though, because our country has been through a lot and Ukraine knows a lot about it, I said, do us a favor, not me and our country, not a campaign. I then mentioned the Attorney General of the United States. Every time I talk with the foreign leader, I put America's interests first, just as I did with President Zelensky. Okay, I really don't see anything in here but something that was written well and very professional. The Constitution gives the House sole power to impeach officials, including the president. Two presidents, one senator, one cabinet officer, and 15 federal judges have been impeached. The articles charge Mr. Trump with abuse of power and obstruction of Congress. But an impeachable offense does not have to be a specific crime. So, um, I don't know where the proof is. If it's true, I have not seen any proof of any crime. Here, this paragraph says, you know full well that Vice President Biden used his office and $1 billion of U.S. aid money to coerce Ukraine into firing the prosecutor who was digging into the company, paying his son millions of dollars. Now, what does that sound like? I'll read it again. You know full well that Vice President Biden used his office and $1 billion of U.S. aid money to coerce Ukraine into firing the prosecutor who was digging up the company into the company, paying his son millions of dollars. You know this because Biden bragged about it on video. So now they're going to impeach the president and did for a phone call. 2.5 years of this Mueller investigation, nothing came up. And directly after they went into this impeachment mode. What? Who? What? I don't understand this process. How in the world can this keep going on and on? So the guy did get fired. He got fired, even though Joe Biden admitted just days ago in an interview with NPR that it looked bad. President Zelensky has repeatedly declared that I did nothing wrong. So the president of Ukraine repeatedly said that he was not under any pressure, that President Trump did nothing wrong. So when he was on the White House lawn and he said China should investigate that Biden situation with that $50 million a month going to Biden's son, he said they should. He didn't tell them to do it. So where was the crime? He could say anything. He could say, I should investigate. We deal with foreign countries all the time, and you think everything that we talk about is exactly perfect and exactly protocol, exactly politically correct. Okay, the ambassador Sondland testified that I told him no quid pro quo. I want nothing. I want nothing. I want President Zelensky to do the right thing, do what he ran on. So, people, where is the crime? You know what? I'm just for right. I'm just for right. I'm not Republican, as I said. I'm not Democrat. I am for right. And this is, to me, so very wrong because this could go on and on into escalating into something very, very serious. If half the country wants him impeached, half the country does not want him impeached, it's even. So you do nothing. Now there's 63 million people upset. And there's other people upset about it as well because they know what's right and what's wrong. They saw no crime. I see no crime. This is what's going on, people. And I expect and hope that everybody will dig in to these uh, people running for president, dig into their past, see what they voted for. And if it's not in your best interest, well, people, we can't just go running out there voting for anybody because they look good, they talk well. I mean, you got to vote for your interest. Who is interested in helping you? And then if you go by the past, you will find out exactly how people feel because a lot of times they don't exactly say all they have in mind. Frankly, this scares me. But because I have the Lord Jesus Christ in my life, I fear no evil. But this would be fearful. Um, that's what's happening, people. I knew when they disrespected Obama that that office of the president would never be the same. But I didn't expect this, all of this goings on, because basically all the other presidents did get respect, but it started basically with Obama. And I said, it will never be the same. The office of the president has been so disrespected. It's not coming back, people. So, yep, that's my take on it. And I hope everybody goes and votes, um, educationally, look into all of these people, see how they voted in the past on different issues. hmm Okay, I guess that's it for today. I guess we will probably have a lot more to say as time goes by. This is the ambassador saying, please subscribe and like our videos. And I'll see you.